Oh, it works now. Okay. Oh, it works now. Okay.
We heard that, which we don't know what it was, but we heard it.
Check two, check two, check two. Check two.
Do you need more glasses or water? Something you can take a glass. Bring up a couple of glasses.
Check three, check three, check three. Check three, check three, check three.
I got
Check four, four. Okay, the space guys speak into the microphone.
Okay, I'll use the microphone.
all the people watching the live stream love that.
I know. This. Break 1 second if I need to
I do
give sound guys the willies to that.
I've seen some really weird stuff. That was like, no.
He knows what he's doing. Oh God, he knows what he's doing. Don't do that.
It doesn't have to be dangerous.
Feedback is not your friend.
Yeah, if you can stand facing this way, that way I can get that good handshake. Because yesterday you were facing that way and I got a lot of back.
I didn't know you were.
Yeah.
Nor did I know you were facing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said I would do that. Zach's going to be wandering, so I'm doing the close in because I got the better camera for angle wise. He's got a fixed lens. So
That's why.
I've already taken it. It's already taken. If I'd have gotten here earlier and taken it, I would have taken this.
I'm pretty.
So yeah, I'll be right there in that corner. So that's really, really cool. Thank you, sir. Just whatever.
What is Mike?
Mike's not here. The second thing is, if I had to get a picture of the live stream, explain to them every now and again. To see if I got my hand yeah, sure, that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. So I'll take my phone right after. And I'll take the live
I knew I could do that. I didn't bother myself.
You are well trained. It's kind of nice. It makes my life easy. Yes, sadly, that is true for the entirety of it. I am not the one who gets to say these are not my monkeys and not my circus. Because ultimately, all of it comes back to me. Aside from going to David when David is in charge and Bunine when Bunine is in charge. No. As- aside from the ones that are prearranged. Anyways, so welcome everybody to the closing ceremonies of this HonorCon. We still have some stuff going on a little bit later today. There is obviously the TRMN biannual meeting today at 2, which will be in here, where we will finish off awards and go over a brief update on status of the TRMN for the past 6 months. I have a lot of people that I have to thank, but we're going to do a few things before we do that. First, I am going to call up Commander Edward Nowak for the Horizon Simulator Tournament Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Lessam. So if some of you have seen, we had the Horizons Bridge Simulator set up here in the back of the convention there. Now, those of you who have seen First Fleet, the HMS Artemis, they're set up, kind of a new kid on the block. So what we decided to do, we would do the Horizons. So we decided to also do what Third Fleet decided to do was a tournament this year. We took the Horizons Bridge Simulator, and we decided to look at the scores and the times of the teams that competed. We had 4 teams compete this year. And each team will be getting something home. We had the 4 teams were HMS Achilles, the Drake, Excalibur, and Home Fleet and Friends. And so some of them were actually almost hard to judge, because there was a way that you can get a better score, but your communications personnel had to really pay attention, because you can get 100%, but you also had 2 secondary objectives, and that's what made or broke our top 2 teams. So with further ado, I will go on with the third place team, and if I can ask the team captains from each team to come up and receive these splendid trophies signed by David Weber, actually. So, as I mentioned the team names, please, team captains, come on up to receive your awards. All right, so in third place with a score of 62 and a time of 18 minutes and 8 seconds, HMS Achilles. Team members for Achilles were Mr. Ash, Mr. Polanis, and oh god, I can't barely read this handwriting. But pretty much most of the crew of the HMS Achilles that was down here were the ones that were participating. For second place, and kudos to this team, they were if they had done the secondary objective, both secondary objectives, they very well could have blown Achilles out of the water. HMS Drake with Spacer Shone Wolf. And finally, first place with a score of 60. Oh no, I'm going backwards here. Yes. Okay, so first place is HMS Excalibur. With a because they had done 2 rounds and I'm nervous. I'm very sorry. HMS Excalibur with a team captain of Peter Hunchell. If you could please come forward to receive your prize.
Also, sorry everybody, he's a little nervous. Everyone who placed, have a guaranteed spot in the upcoming Horizon Alpha. So if you could, please give me your designated person for your team so I can get that to you as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Excellent. Ship crest from the con suite may be claimed at the back of this room following this closing ceremony, supposedly. Yes, like that. Yes, like that. Exactly. Okay. Time to talk about something fun that's going to happen next year. Said time to talk about something fun that's going to happen next year. Well, at HonorCon next year, yes. For those who do not know, the Royal Manticore Navy is, of course, founded upon a literary series of books. You have to read, yes. So we figured we would give something back to the literary community, and this was announced at Manticon, and I'm going to re-announce it here because not all of you were at Manticon. The Royal Manticore Navy is starting the Rampant Manticore, which will be a literary award for. Hold on here, I gotta scroll through a piece of paper. We will have 7 total categories. It's going to be Best Author for Military Sci-Fi Novels and Military Fantasy. Best Author for Military Sci-Fi Novella and Military Fantasy Novella. Best Author for Military Sci-Fi Short Story and Military Fantasy Short Story. And then Best Author Overall, which will be the H. Beam Piper Memorial Award. For those who do not know, H. Beam Piper is one of the authors that actually inspired David to start writing. And we have contacted their memorial society, and they have agreed to sponsor the highest level award. Each of the various winners will get a Rampant Manticore. For those of you who can't see, it looks like a little book. Pretty. We will be putting up a website that will contain all of the requirements for publication requirements and things like that. Currently, oh yes. Currently, it is sadly only English books that qualify because we don't have enough members elsewhere. Sorry, is this better? Can you hear me now? I will make you all go deaf. Right. Sorry, I apologize in advance for making you deaf. We're going to have basically, there's going to be a few different methods of voting. One of them is going to be internally in TRMN. There are requirements for this, including that you have been a member for a certain period of time. There's going to be a nomination phase. There's going to be a voting phase. All of this will be up on the website. Needless to say, you can vote both at online and at the con. However, you cannot vote in both locations. Your votes at the con will count for slightly more than your votes online, so figure out which one you want to do. And if you want to vote in person, buy a ticket to the con. Yes, that is true. Grayson supporting members cannot vote. Grayson supporting members cannot vote. You must be physically present at the con. This helps alleviate some problems other awards have had, as well as the requirements of membership that we have put into the voting. So you must be a member for 1 year prior to your ability to vote. Right. And you must actually take exams. So if you have not taken exams, you may want to get the first 2 out of the way soon. Let's see, what else do we have? We want to thank all of our sponsors for coming out. It's been a great help for the con to have the sponsors present. Obviously, Final Sword, Mal Books, Event Horizon, Busup are among our sponsors. Sponsors. Yes, I'm thanking you. We also want to thank the one sponsor that did not have a booth here, which is Bahama Breeze. Yes, they had lots of booths over at the Bahama Breeze. Yes, and I hope you have all enjoyed Bahama Breeze. Their food is fantastic. If you're staying tonight, feel free to go there again because they're happy to see us. I want to thank the Con Suite staff. They've done a fantastic job. Stand up and take a bow. Come on, Con Suite staff, come on up. Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to hand it over to Brandy to talk.
Very briefly, because I hate public speaking, but I feel kind of passionately about this. If you volunteered to do something, work a booth, work the con suite, do anything at the con, please stand up. You too, Allison. You're a volunteer. You don't get paid. Everybody take a look around. We had 80 plus volunteers this year at HonorCon. This convention would not happen without you guys saying, yes, I'll do whatever. You what? Oh, helium hand. Yeah, definitely. So everybody thank each other because we would not have been able to pull this off without all of y'all participating and all of you volunteering. I especially thank the several people that Sophia Bull, Sonia Thies, and Andrew Irving, who volunteered to be what I call floaters. They basically allowed me to call them and go, crap, I need your help now. And they did. They filled in the place that needed people to fill in, and I thank everybody wonderfully. And I hope you will all come back, and I hope you all volunteer again. because we'll have a sign up soon for 2016. Anyway, thank you guys.
We have two pieces of business that actually do need to happen before we officially end the con. One of those is we have to do the last part of the costume contest. We awarded two of them last night, Best Honorverse and Best Hall Costume, but there are three remaining. So I'm going to hand over to Zach to take care of that. And then as soon as that is done, and as soon as Brandy comes back with all the stuff, we have the last items. We have the items that we promised you we would auction off around closing ceremonies. So we're going to take care of that. It'll go pretty quickly because I'm not going to spend time doing it. So we're going to burn through it. And then I will thank the remaining people that we have to thank. And then we will let you all flit off to the dealer's room, which is going to be open until 2. And then for those of you in the TRMN, we have our meeting at 2. I hand you over to Zach White.
Thank you, Martin. All right, so for those of you who were at the Masquerade last night, you know that we, as Martin said, we announced Best Hall Costume and Best Honorverse Costume. I have 3 remaining categories, the Children Under 15, the Author's Choice, and then Best in Show. And we reserved those we crowd judged the other ones, and these were judged by our panel. So we're going to start with Children Under 15, and he would have won because he was adorable, but we did only have one child, so hopefully there's better competition next year. But Joe Davis, if you would come forward, please. He was Iron Man. He wins our children under 15. So, let's go to the front over. So, the children under 15 category is going to get this. Yep, I know. Is going to get this awesome certificate, which is signed by Martin and myself as the costume chair. So there you are. Thank you very much for participating. Also, we have 2 vendors that have graciously donated prizes. They will be getting a signed, personalized copy of A Beautiful Friendship. So see David Weber afterwards. He will sign and personalize it for you. And View Supply has generously donated a tree cat. You're very welcome. Our next category is Author's Choice, and we have the winner and we have a runner-up. The runner-up is Nikki Reese for her very unique Surgeon Lieutenant's uniform. Nikki, you will be getting a $10 gift card to Mal Books, but see Martin afterwards because for those of you also, the other runner-up winners that got them, Martin forgot to put the money on them, so come see Martin. And you, so if you have one, come see Martin, and he will put the money on them for you. So the winner of our Author's Choice is Miss Margaret Crump. You come forward, please. That's Bain Books has very generously donated for Author's Choice a signed personalized copy of Call to Arms. So go see David and Tom Pope, and they will generously sign that for you. Thank you. And finally, our Best in Show category, our runner-up, Houston McPherson with his Marine. You will also be getting a $10 gift card to Mal Books. You can have Zach Perkins take your picture, though. And see Martin for your gift card, sir. Had to ask a question. So the Best in Show winner is Heather with her lizard from Final Fantasy. Please come forward. So for our Best in Show, we have aside from that beautiful certificate, which I spent 5 minutes designing, you will also be getting, I don't have a prize pack for you at the moment because you have to go see David and Sharon for it. You will be getting the next release book of the Honorverse series or the series of your choice before everybody else does. Also, well, not the physical copy, because I know some people are on eARC and all that, so you will be getting the physical copy before it goes to the stores and people can buy it. That's donated by the Weber's store. Also, you will be getting a bookmark to go with it and a coin of your choice. And you will go see David and Sharon and Angie or Phil, and they'll work that out for you. But that's who you'll be getting. Congratulations. Thank you. That is it for the costume contest. Thank you for all our participants, and we'll do it again next year, and I'll hand it back to Martin.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Zach. So I'm going to give you a little bit of filler for about 30 seconds here. I'm literally going to call it that. This is the information on the reading challenge here in 3rd Fleet, and I figure that there's no better person to actually share that than Dan himself. Assuming he doesn't die walking up the stairs. So I will hand you over to Dan Walker.
How's everybody doing? Can you hear me in the back row? I will enunciate then. Okay, so 2nd year of the San Martino Gunnery Challenge. Closer? Sure? All right. By the way, it's Lessum. Just to get over that joke from last year. Sorry, Martin joke last year. All right, so the final results from the reading challenge are in for this year. We had a full year run of it. We had 18 ships participating out of the 20 when we started the challenge. 200 members of the fleet actually turned in. I believe we ended up with a total of over 3 million pages actually turned in. So I don't have patches this year, kind of tight on it, but we can get them made if the people want to actually have them done. I can contact Sonia to have them done. So the winning ship, HMS Saladin, if I'm reading this right, the ship itself turned in 662,916 pages. That's a good question. 2nd place, HMS Salamander with 568,000 plus. And 3rd place was the HMS Kraken with 327,000. And the individual winners this year, excuse me, the top 3 goes to, I believe, Samantha Martin was our top reader this year. She turned in herself 128,000 pages, which was 1/3 of Kraken's output. As the rule stands, she may not participate next year. Johnny, you're back in. There we go. Maybe. What do I get for it, Mark? Ready yet? Gives him. 2nd place was Angie Simmons with 82,603. And 3rd place for the individual categories was Jason Cordova with 79,476. I also have a list about as long as my arm of the midshipmen that participated. And to me, that means more than anything else because the kids reading, it doesn't matter what they read, but they were reading, they're participating, and they're pushing forward for us later in life. And that means more to me than anything else. Those of you that participated, thank you. We will probably crank back up. We will probably run an interesting version of it next year. We'll probably go Con Carolinas to HonorCon and do a crash version of it, make it a little more difficult, see what we can get out of it that time. As the actual awards go and whatnot, Angie's got the stuff, so we will contact people for addresses. We actually have signed certificates to go along with everybody, and then we'll put you in touch with Sonia about the actual patches if you actually want them. I know some people like the idea of having for jackets and whatnot. Thank you very much. We'll drive on for next year.
Thank you. Okay, excellent. We're going to do this as quickly as possible because I want to make sure that we get this done. The because all this money goes to the Police Benevolence Association, which is our charity. So I'm actually going to start with books. Books seem to be something that we like for some strange reason. We are taking credit cards, yes. Scott is going to keep track of who wins and who wins each item and what the bid price is. Please come settle up with me after the closing ceremonies. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. Like a Mighty Army, hard copy. This is the safe hold book. Is this the next one in line? Or this is the penultimate one, according to Scott. You correct on that? Oh, okay. This is the one before. Okay, the one before the final or the current book. What's the? It's not signed, so I'm not starting the bidding at 40. I will start the bidding on this one at. I'll start the bidding on this one at 15. Do I hear 15 for Like a Mighty Army? Do I hear 20, 25, 30, 30 going once, 35, 35 going once, 35 going twice. All the money goes to the Police Benevolence Association, 40, 40 going once, 40 going twice, 45, 45 going once, 45 going twice. Sold to Tammy for 40. If 45, sorry.
I wrote 45.
We had 45 here first, though. Sorry. These are we will do them one each because they are the uncorrected page proofs. These are the uncorrected page proofs of Sword of the South. We will start the bidding at 20. Here 20, 25, 30. Uncorrected page proofs. You get to see all of David's mistakes. Where was the 40? 40. I got 40. 45. I got 45. Sword of the South. No, I did not. Oh. Okay. So it's a completely different version than the version you can buy in the stores. 60? All right, we got 60. 60. 80. 80. 80 going once. 80 going twice. Sold for $80. Your name is? It looks like Kate. Kate. We got a second one. I heard a 60. 60. All right, 60. 70. 70. 80. I hear an 80. I hear a 90. 100. Remember, all the money goes to the Police Benevolence Association. We got 100. Apparently there are only 4 copies of this book. Of that version. Okay. 100, 120. 120 going once. 150. 150 going once. 175 going once. 175 going twice. Sold for 175. No, we got 2 of these, but I'm going to sell this as an entire set, and that is a single. Not a clue, because I'm not the one that arranged it, but Steph Taylor, if she is available, can explain that, because she's the one who sent me the info. Which info on the charity? Actually, I got an idea. I got an idea. We got the book Starliner by John Lodgson and Christopher Young. Is it signed? It is signed. We have a signed copy of this. So we will start the bidding at 12. I don't know, 12.99. 12. 20. Or 25. 25. Anyone? It's all going to charity. It's for a good cause. Come on, guys. All right, 20 going once. 25. 30. 30 going once. 30 going twice. Let me ask both of you gentlemen a question. You both want it? You want to pay 30 for it? All right, we got 2 copies, one for each of you. Sold. I'm gonna find out. I'm sorry, sir in the back. I do not know your name because Dave. Excellent. Because we have grown to such a size that I no longer know all of you, which is kind of scary. I'm going to do these as a group, so I think they're a set. And they are also signed. Yep. So we also have from the same author set in the Platoon F series, we've got Warped Conduit and Platoon F Pentology. We're going to auction them off as a group. I'm going to start the bidding at 25. 25. Do I hear 30? 30 in the back. Do I hear 35? 35. How much? Yeah, I got 35 there first. 40? 40? I hear 45? 45? 2 books. 45. Sold 40. I'm blanking on his name completely. And Sir, Stephen? Stephen, perfect. I know it's flat, but it actually expands. It's a cooler. It's a very good cooler. I have used it. I have a similar one I have used for work. I know that my lovely wife has taken it to work as well. It's a civilian core cooler from the Bureau of Supply. This is actually from our Queensboro store, so they brought this in special for this. I will start the bidding at $15. 20. 25. Do I hear 30? 30. 35. Do I hear 40? 40 in the back. Do I hear 45? 45. 41. 42. 43. Do I hear 44? 50. Do I hear 55? 51. 51. 55. Do I hear 60? Martin has put nothing in it. It's empty. I got a 55. Do I hear anything else? Going once for 55. Twice. Sold. Also today, yes. Let's do those first. These are kind of unique. These are the last ones of these. This one's a 4XL. We got a 3XL. We got a large. We got a small. We got another 4XL. And a small. This is the HonorCon 2013 shirt. These are the last ones available. This is from the original HonorCon. Maybe if you ask nicely, some VU9 members might sign it for you. They're nodding yes, sort of like, yeah, sure, why not, maybe. Right now, this one is 4XL. So if you need a tent, I've got one. I'll start the bidding at 10. Sorry, what was that? I got a 20 in the back. 25. 30. We're at 35. 35 in the back. Do I hear 40? 40. I got 40. Do I hear 45? 45. Do I hear a 50? Was that a bid or was that a... Okay, so 45. 45 going once. 45 going twice. Quad XL sold for 45 to Dave. There you go. Yep. Well, here's the other 4XL. May as well do it while it's up here. Again. Same shirt. I'll start at 20. Do it at 20. 5. 35. 40. 45, anyone? 45. Sold to Heather for 40. For those of you not quite in need of a 4XL, I have a 3XL. I'll start at 20. There, 25? No. 25? Beautiful shirt. You'll never get it again. These are the last few. 30. 30 going once, 30 going twice, sold for 30. Nate. One is a large. Got a large, same shirt. I had a 20 over here first. Who was the first 20 over here? I had a 20 right there. 5 in the back. Here, 45. There. Do I hear 50? 55. Never get it again. 55. There's 60. Going once, twice, sold, 55. Just need your name. Matthew. Yeah, I'll auction them off as a set. I'll auction them off as a set. Because I don't think we have a lot of people that they'll fit. We got 2 smalls. One on each arm. We got 20. We got a 20. Anyone here? 25? Huh? Oh, we got a 30. We got a 35. Here, 40. I got 40. We're here 45. Now, sold to Alice for 40 then. Both of them. There you go. Undiscovered Treasures has donated jewelry. I will hold it up here. I'm trying to not drop it on the floor. I'm starting the bidding for this one at 40. I got 40 in the back. 40. Do I hear 45? Oh. Yes, yes, the entire set. At 45. 50. Well, I got $100. Huh? I got $100. I got 110. I got 130. I got 130 going once. 130 going twice. Sold to Jim Krasser for 130. For those of you who collect them, we've got the Pop Animation Dragon Ball Z Piccolo. It's number 11 in the set. I will start the bidding at $5. I got a 10. I already have 10. I got a 20. 25. We're here 30. 25 going once. 25 going twice. Sold for 25, and I need your name. 25 for Sarah. Charcoal drawing of Captain Sheridan. Babylon 5. Charcoal drawing, Captain Sheridan, Babylon 5. Sheridan, I said Sheridan, sorry, my tongue slipped. It is not. It is signed by the artist, yes, but not by the actor. But yeah, hold on one second. We're answering a question. Yeah, we can't pronounce it. we're just going to go with that. All right. I will start the bidding at what do we have over there? We had 35. I got 40. I got 50. I got 60. Identify yourself. I got 60. I got 75. I got an 80. Identify yourself. 80. I got an 80. 80 going once. 80 going twice. Sold to Angela for $80. Because we love you all, it's Delenn. I got an 80 on Delenn. I got a 120 on Delenn. I got a 125. I got a 140. I got a 140. I got a 140 going once. 140 going twice. 140 going twice. 141 going once. 141 going twice. 145. 146 going once. 146 going twice. 150. I got 150. 150 going once. 150 going twice. Sold at 150. So, of course, for all of you that just spent a whole bunch of money on Babylon 5 stuff, we have Sheridan, Sinclair, and Delenn. I'm going to start this at 50. I got a 50. I got a 55. I got a 60. I got a 70. I got a 75. I got an 80. I got an 80. I got 100. I got 100 right there. 100. I got 100 over here. So, hold on. I got 100, 110, 125. I got 150. I got 150. 150 going once. 150 going twice. 155 going once. 155 going twice. 160, yes? 160 going once. 160 going twice. Sold to Brian for 160. No, I've already asked. The response on that was not, you don't want to ask that question. We have a medium TRMN, medium kids TRMN shirt. I believe this may actually have been donated by Final Sword. Starts bidding at 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 once, 20 twice, sold. Kate, yes. Last 2 items. Ooh, it's a 2XL. It is a marine well, it's a marine shirt. It's a marine polo shirt. Ironically enough, our commandant of the ironically enough, the commandant of our Marine Corps actually does go to a polo match every year. It is embroidered. It is embroidered. It's one of our Queensboro shirts. 2XL is what it says on it. I'm guessing it's a child's 2XL because it's certainly not an adult's 2XL. It's smaller than mine. Same thing. I'll start the bidding at 5. 5. Adult. It might be an adult medium if you really squeeze. 5. Anyone? 5. You're 10. 10. You're 15. 15. You're 20. 20, 25. Do I hear 30? If you want me to order Selinsky to wear it, I will order Selinsky to wear it. Sure, why not? But I got 25. Huh? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be 30 if you want it. I got 25 at the moment. 25 going once. 25 going twice. Sold. Jim Kratzer, 25. All right. Yes. This is a limited edition because I don't think we have these anywhere at the moment. So this is a one-off. This is an XL. It is a nice, warm, comfy, toasty fleece. No, it's an XL. No. being modeled I will start the bidding at I will start the bidding at 20 on this item. I got a 20 right there. I got 25 in the back. 30 over there. 40. 50. 50 right there. 60 right there. 75 right there. 75, 75, 80. 90. 100. 110. 120. 130, 140, 150, 160, 160 going once, 160 going twice, sold for 160 to Jonathan Castle. Alrighty. Alrighty, that brings us down to almost the end of this, so I'm going to rush through the rest of it. I want to thank all the authors for coming. It's been a great time to have all of them here. Marco Kloos, Chris Kennedy, A.G. Riddle, Taylor Anderson. I'm probably forgetting. I'm getting to David later. David has a special thank you. Sorry. Ian Malone, yes, thank you. Who else am I forgetting author-wise? Jacob Hollow. I thanked Kloos. David Drake was here on Saturday, which was great. Came by, signed books. I want to thank all of the guests that showed up. Definitely thank all of them. I want to thank Bu9 for coming and once again presenting wonderful panels. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Chris for a few moments because you said you had a few words you wanted to say. So I'm get. So we actually had 263 people here this weekend, which was nice. But before I get to the very last few thank yous, do we all want to know how much we raised from the auction? Since we have somebody here who's good at math, $1,430. Yes. Yeah, I don't know the totals on those yet. I have to go through and do the totals. I'll post an announcement to the HonorCon page on the remaining totals. I know the ship crest all is going to that as well. I just haven't added that all up yet. And the donuts, yes, and the donuts. I want to thank Sharon for being David's keeper and for making certain that David comes to these events. And I know she's not here, but when you see her, give her a big hug, preferably not all at once. Yeah, probably. We also want to thank David again. We also want to thank David again for coming. David has given us the Honorverse and given us the ability to play in his universe and play in his sandbox, which is a lot of fun, and it's definitely something that means a lot to us. So, big thank you out to David, and thank you all for coming. With that, that's the official end of closing ceremonies. So go to the dealer's room and shop to your heart's content. For those of go to ConSuite and eat. For those of you that were runners up for the Mal books, please come see me to get all of your certificates activated. Oh, and the winners see Zach. What? Cash or credit card? Now.
Hey, everybody, 1 second. Before everybody walks out, hold on. Okay, so I know at the panels and at opening ceremony we showed you that beautiful new uniform. Don't shoot me, please. Come see me or Misty if you want to order one of those uniforms. We're going to work the logistics out with Buse Supply and Martin and everybody, but we need your name and we need your email address, and preferably you can get one of my cards that has my email on it, and just tell us how many you want so we can get the number count so we can get that rolling as soon as we get back from HonorCon. I will ask you, though, if you give us your name and your email and how many you want, that is a commitment, even though we're not taking any money right now. So if you want to do that, come see me, come see Misty. We'll take your name and all that info, and we'll get that sorted, and we'll do you as soon as we have the logistics to take your money. Thanks. We'll be here.
Hey, this is Stop. This is Bosun Staubly here.
trying to do a mushroom with it. It's too shaped.
Sorry. Sorry. I had to deal with people who don't know how to.
Adapt. We call them the Air Force. Not 5 minutes early, you're 5 minutes late. And I had an officer who said, well, not 5 minutes early, 5 minutes late. You need to be 10 minutes early, 10 minutes late. You need to be 10 minutes before your class starts. What, 10 minutes? You say I have to skip out my class early. You should do that. So you're paying all this money for me to go to class. Maybe I should go to class. You have to do that too. Finally, the boss convinces. Shut up. You're on the hour, it's fine. But sir, look at the ship and shut up, sit down, let these guys come to class. He was like a Niedermeyer.
Attention, attention, attention. We are starting the Tierman meeting now. Before I start the TRMN meeting now, I'm just going to make an announcement. Sit down. Dismissed. Or
At ease! At rest.
you may want to come back into the room. There we go. Okay. Before I do that, I'm just going to let everybody know that BUSUP has graciously agreed, since we are going to be doing the Unconquered Awards in a bit here. If you qualify for the Unconquered, they will be able to sell you the little rock that goes above your thing for credit card only. Or card, debit card. Credit or debit in the back. Plastic only. Plastic only. Plastic only. I'm going to very quickly hand it off to Zach. Zach is going to make an announcement. Then we are going to give you a quick, brief update on TRMN. Then we are going to handle the awards, and we're going to try to burn through this as fast as humanly possible. So, Zach.
Thanks, Martin. Just real quick, it's just an update. So I know how I told everybody to come to me, and how we needed 15 to 20 uniform pre-orders to start this process with Van Shop. I have 13 from just here at HonorCon. So this is not counting anybody that's not out there. Okay, I have 14 here at HonorCon. 15, 16, 17. Do I hear 18? Do I hear 19? So we're covered. And that's just here. That's not including the people who were not able to make it, and so it's happening. And I will be contacting the people that pre-ordered very shortly, and we're going to get the ball rolling with this. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys just a very brief update on TRMN as a whole. As you know, I have already discussed the Rampant Manticore Award, which is happening as of next year. It starts in January. I am going to be putting out a call for a volunteer to reach out to the publishing companies and start compiling lists so that we can put them out to the TRMN as a whole so that we have places to get nominations from. If you are self-published, by the way, there will be a form. Should be up on the website, but the website is not up yet for some strange reason, and I'm looking at the web person who's supposed to be doing a website. Hint, 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 hint. Is it not up? Is it up? Okay, so the answer is the website will be up soon. The domain is rampantmanticore.com. There will be a form there for anyone who is a self-published author to fill in. Remember that the publication date has to be before January 1st, or so before January 1st of the year that the nomination happens. So in other words, for 2015's award, your book must have been published in 2014. Or in this case, 2016's award, your book must have been published in 2015. aside from that, the other big TRMN announcement that I have is, so you know this wonderful unofficial aerospace program that we have going on that some of you have participated in? Yes, it's now official. We can now wear them on our uniforms. Wear them on our uniforms. The wings look like this. They are available through BUSUP. You can order them online once BUSUP has added them to the store. And I don't know what, they're $7. And they are apparently on the store, so you can go online and order them right now. Oh, when the store gets turned back on, you can order them. Sorry, I forgot that you close it while you're here. Sorry, that was my bad. I forgot that you do that. Okay, I'm going to hand it over to. Let's give Rob a chance to go first. Well, yeah, you're going to go first again. We're going to give the Army a chance to go first and give you an update.
That's okay. Oh, a microphone. Do I need a microphone? Yeah. Okay. Testing. Attention Kmart shoppers. Okay. Hi. Right now, this is the update. We currently have stand at 95 members with the 1st Royal Regiment of Foot. We have 1 fort, 7 bivouacs, and 1 home guard. If you need questions about what that is, you can ask me later on. RMA uniforms, as you guys have, we also have vendor problems, so we'll probably be switching over to the thank you, that bunch, as soon as we get the logistics for that. I know we have a lot of people waiting for that. So, projects, we have the Queen's Own Regiment, which is in the final revision, which should be coming out soon. We have the Queen's Club, which is an all-service club for people taking RMA courses, much like the Chiron House that some of you are members of. There again, if you want questions about that, come see me. We have nifty cards for that, for the club. So, anyway, I'm sorry. They're shiny, yes. Heather has one. Heather will show you. Or I have one, which I'll give to the boss here in a minute. Anyway, it's just fun stuff. We try to encourage people to take RMA courses because eventually we'll suck you in and you'll want to be in the RMA. So, you know, it's the way it is. So, and we have shiny things. We don't have cookies yet. We're working on that. So, like the dark side. We're working on the revision of the Soldier's Guide, which is our manual of pretty much everything. That's in this is the first revision, or the first version. We're coming up with a new revision. And we're working on the Royal Military Police exams in Butrain, which are also in the final stages for requesting. And that's it. Come see me later if you have questions.
Okay, so now we're going on to the Navy's report, and it will not be brief since there's a boatload of you people.
Wah. Navy humor.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do reports by Space Lord. The second Space Lord reports they now have a new Deputy Second Space Lord, Misty White. They have their own communications head, Sophia Boll. They're looking for a intelligence head and liaisons to the 8th and 10th fleets. They have created a request for proposals for future cons. And they're still requesting AARs from people who attend conventions in the TRMN personas. And they've begun the brainstorming participation for TRMN to be at WorldCon 2017 in Helsinki. The report from the third Space Lord, BU ships. We now have 101 ships. It's now 104 as this weekend. So it's a total of 93 ships and 11 lacks and pinnaces. And if you want to break down by class, I can give that to you later. fourth Space Lord sent to his chief of staff to make a report. So, Mr. Todd, you. Yeah, you're pointing at yourself. It's you. You have a report. Bob said you would do the report for Yukon.
So this is news to me, so I'm going to wing it. Bucom, as you guys know, has a new deputy for Space Lord, Dave Wiener. He's waving his hand. He's over there. So everybody congratulate him. We don't. If you have projects for us, send them to us. I'm working on a new uniform manual right now, so that's not officially a Bucom project, but it's something we're doing. So other than that, if you have projects for us, send them to us. If there's anything I'm missing and anybody knows of anything that I should be talking about, speak up. Sarah, if you have anything that I should be saying, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to... Oh, yes, the database. The database... Yes, it's on. I'm sorry. I don't talk with mics a lot, so here we go. The database is in a new iteration, and Mr. Arena talked about that at his panel, so if you were there, you heard about it. But the database is ongoing. We're working on incorporating new elements into it, so at some point there will be all of your exams. There will be your ribbons in there, so that's all stuff that will be added in at some point when it is feasible to get in there. I know Dave's working on it, so his wife doesn't kill him, so it's taking small steps. Otherwise, he won't be around to do it. So, other than that, that's about it. Just email us. You all know how to get in contact with Bucom if you got any projects, but just let us know. Thanks. I didn't know I was doing that.
Okay, from BuPERS, Steph, do you have your report? No. The rest of the personnel report, I have the numbers up here. And we had to redo those because we had 3,314 members a week ago. We're now 3,329 members, 15 people in 1 week. The breakdown is 2,433 Navy, 397 Marines, 241 GSN, 104 civilians, 94 Army, 43 Andermani, 13 Havenites, and 4 Sphinxians. And Martin wants to interject one thing.
So we've been telling this at other panels throughout the weekend, and I figured I would share it here because one of the questions that we've gotten is that the organization feels a bit top-heavy. Yeah, that doesn't give me percentages, but I know about what they are. The percentages that we're looking at is, well, first let me tell it to you this way. The United States Marine Corps, which is one of the leanest groups of the United States military, has 83% officers and 83% enlisted and 17% officers. We have 13% enlisted, 13% officers, 84% enlisted, and 3% civilian. So we are leaner than the United States Marine Corps. The perception probably comes from the fact that a lot of people who are active wind up being promoted to officers. They're active on Facebook, so people see the officers. We want to make certain that our enlisted, especially our senior enlisted, are recognized. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're a chapter CO when you're submitting awards or when you're doing stuff to help push your crews, to remember to use your senior enlisted as much as possible and to make certain that they also get the recognition that they deserve. So, and back to Scott.
Martin stole the second half of my BUPERS report, so I'm going to go on to BUTRAIN. The first thing that Jim wanted to pass on is we now have a new ribbon for people who take more courses than they require to get their warfare pin. So after you get your warfare pin and you get up to 40 courses, you'll be getting this ribbon. The Manticoran Combat Action Ribbon. For every 35 courses after that, and this is in any branch, specialty or leadership, you'll get a star.
That, by the way, is one of those ribbons that's had pending description in the manual.
So the description is no longer pending. So those people who are just crazy about taking courses, they cannot get recognized for it.
So the ribbon physically holds 3. I believe that BUSUP is working on trying to get the star with the wreath, which is for the 5th award the 5th award, and the ribbon will probably hold 1 of those. So technically, you can get 6. Yep.
Jim also reports that in the last year we've had over 10,000 courses gone out and come back graded. They're working on a program called Moodle, which will be able to take your course online and get it automatically graded. And those will be for the lower level leadership ones and the A's and C's. So if you don't have to write an essay, a long essay, Moodle can take it. All the RMN courses, leadership and specialty, are now done. 80% of the Grayson, 50% of the civilians, including the Sphinxian cadet courses, the King's and Queen College. The Andermani and the Havenite. The Andermani is being developed, but they'll be first come out in German. And then the Havenites are in the future. They'll be done in mime. And then, Brandy, are you ready, Nat? $2,789. I'll bother with that then. First Space Lord staff also works on other projects outside of the Space Lord's purview. We have the stewards. Jack has completed a steward outline for COs to give to their stewards, dealing with how to present food in a social gathering, cleanliness, hygiene, tastiness. Jill and not Jill, Diane and Zach McCauley are working on a leadership development program. Right now they've got the coaching course, and basically it's going to be an educational course, not just you go find the answers like our other courses. We'll be providing a manual that says, here's how to be a better leader in a small group, here's how to coach people who are not progressing or behaving appropriately. So it just says, you're bad, go away. We'll be coaching from remedial work. Zach Perkins is our special projects officer, and he's developing the TRMN fellowship program. So we have a bunch of TRMN members spread around the country who are interested in ham radio. We have a ham radio fellowship. If we get a bunch of people who like riding Harleys, we have a Harley fellowship. So far we have the Winton's Company and the SCA, our own amateur radio auxiliary, Picketwood Hearth for people who have already adopted their tree cats, the TRMN Historical Space Page, the TRN Corman Group, and TRMN Star Trek Online Fleet. And we're working with Joe to get a website up so that people can find these different fellowships if they're interested in them. And that's it from the First Space Lord.
Alrighty, back to the First Lord of the Admiralty. I just have one more thing to mention before we go into some the remainder of the awards. One of the things I am going to be looking for over the next few months, so if John is here, you might want to take a note, and if he's not here, I'll make sure he finds out. There we go. We're going to be looking for a historian to sort of go back and collect information from when we first started, so that we have information on that, so that, you know, as time goes by and as 2007 grows further and further away, we don't lose all the information that we first set down, or all the concepts we first set down when we started. So we can go back and look at them and say, oh, when I wrote this. I actually kept a journal which had copious notes for about half a year, so I got about half a year's worth of actual notes almost every day on what the plan was and why we were doing things. So that's one of the things that I want this person to eventually digitize and turn into, you know, a historical archive of TRN. I will be announcing some staff positions coming up, but I'm not going to do so for the next month or so. I got to discuss a few things with John before I do that, as far as how we want the staff to restructure a little bit for the First Lord's office. But those are things that you'll find out more about, hopefully via Facebook or via our website, and also at Manticon. I'm also going to pick on Joe because he's sitting right in front of me. Please make sure that Admiralty orders posted to Facebook get copied over to the web page. That way they're updated on the web page so people know where to go look for them. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty, I'm going to move on to the awards. I just need to tell my computer that it's supposed to be alive again. No nap time. It is a zombie computer. All right, I'm going to start this by actually doing some FLA coins. For those of you that have not seen them, they look like this. Pretty shiny. These are coins that generally I give out from my office to people that have either helped me or helped the TRMN in ways that definitely need recognition, and it's important for them to get that. So I will announce you. Please come forward and collect your coin if you are here, or if you are not here, some representative should come forward and collect a coin for you. So the first one is going to, and these are numbered, by the way, and I have a little list here of who has what number. So the first one is going to go to Zach White for his work on the Uniform Development Board. $027. So for those of you who don't Oh, the little nose thing is how I salute you when I'm not in uniform. The next one in line is going to go to Allison Garman for her work as the 2015 HonorCon chair. Yep. She has apparently gone to eat, so. The next one is going to go to a person who's actually been recognized for this before this weekend, but the work that has been put in is so immense that I felt he needed something special as well. This goes to Dave Weiner for his work on the Medusa database. And finally, I have one for the person who has made certain that I am where I'm supposed to be this weekend. Because, well, without him, I probably would have been late to everything. So the last one I have for this HonorCon goes to Ken Odell. Alrighty. Before we do awards, I'm going to do a promotion, and I will apologize in advance for not having the cert. I got the cert at 2 a.m. this morning, and I was asleep. And since I do not have a color printer here, I will have to mail the cert to the person once I have finished it. Rear Admiral Walker, would you please front and center? So, Dan Walker is a Rear Admiral of the Green, which means that the next promotion for you, sir, is Vice Admiral. Well, now, congratulations. You're welcome. Yes. He is now 3rd Fleet's Admiral of Vice.
His wife still outranks him.
Our wives always outrank us. With that, we're going to move into the awards, and I'm going to try to make this go as quick and painless as possible because I know that we're running short on time. We have 2 awards that we forgot last night because for whatever reason they got lost in the email shuffle going back and forth between me and Kim. And if you've ever seen the email shuffle going back and forth between me and Kim, it's pretty large and long and sometimes involves back and forth. The first one I want to announce is an Osterman Cross for Michael Romero. And the last one that, and the second one I would like to announce is a Manticore Cross for Cheryl Krause. Yes, actually, we want to do yours first. Or we can start from bottom to top again.
Okay, next we're going to do the Unconquered crew. Normally John Roberts does that because he became the CO. We couldn't tell him who was on the ship because then he wouldn't see his name. So I'm doing it for him. So the first one, Dave Weiner, can you come on back up here again? The nominations for Unconquered Crew came from their peers. So it's other people, other COs who said this guy needs to be recognized, and then their CO, and then the other COs actually voted on it. The rest I'm going to do in alphabetical order. Leah Bloodgood, she's going to be part of the Mardet crew for the Invincible, or the Unconquered. Dan Brandow from Region 8. Krista Broley.
Oh, you put them in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Separate days. Jasiah Bruns. Who is that? Diane Bulkley. Stop. Get back up here. Bob Bulkley. James Conason. Michael Cucciarella. Second. Sherman Day. Cindy Eppard. Michael Garcia. Somebody in the 10th Fleet thought you were worthy. Joseph Grieco. William Knight. Marcus Johnston. Must be a present to win. Patrick Lindsay. Zachary McCauley, a.k.a. McZ. Eric Nelson. Kim Niemeyer. Jeremiah Patrick, another Mardet. Derek Sauls. Melissa Smith. Jack Warren.
I hope you're getting pictures of this, Zach.
And clothes boy, Zachary White.
Then I will turn the next one on. All right, again, we're doing this from lowest to highest just because it's easier to do it that way. And plus that way it kind of lays secretly there. We have awarded this before, but we actually finally have the ribbon in for this, which is kind of cool. So this is for the Grand Alliance Campaign Medal. For those who don't know, this is for the charity work with Big Cat Rescue that TRMN does as a whole. This one is being awarded to Ashley Nichols. We have some conspicuous service medals. This is for lengthy and outstanding service to 10th Fleet for Neil Davis. I believe we have a representative who can come and claim this. I'm going to go this way because I'm handing it to Scott. The next one is for Home Fleet, Zach Perkins. Another one for Home Fleet, Michael Paquette. For lengthy service to the HMS Merlin, the new one, and 10th Fleet, Laura Bilby. We've got another one for HMS Artis and 10th Fleet, Thomas Marone. Excellent. This is the Queen's Bravery Medal, so the post-nominal QBM goes with this one. This is for basically work above and beyond in position supporting the fleet and working closely with their fleet staff. The first one goes to Ed Cook. And then we move on to the next award. Griffin Star, this is post-nominal GS, and is awarded basically for really sort of stepping up, doing things when you don't have to do it, helping somebody out in a way that we've had people that have done helping out during flooding and things like that in the past, but even helping out people inside the TRMN, just sort of going above and beyond. This one goes to, and I'm going to completely butcher your name, and I know you're watching online, and I apologize for this, Rocky Rajpal. I hope I got that right. The next one goes to Kay Mead. I'm pretty sure this person is somewhere else, but Joseph Lyons. Kelly James. I know for a fact this person has left already because, why would they hang around? Dan Walker? I'm here for it. The next award is the Navy Star, also the post-nominal of NS goes with this one. This is for service to the enlisted members of the organization and the organization as a whole. First one is for Thomas McDonald. And the final piece of paper, putting us only 6 minutes over time, is for Don Eggert. That's basically it for the TRMN portion of this. We're going to stay for just a little while, and I'm going to set a timer here. We're going to set the timer for exactly 15 minutes, and then I'm going to switch it to another 15-minute timer after that. But for those of you that want to stay and comment, we are basically looking for some feedback on how the con did. So I need someone to take notes We have little pads up here, yeah. All right, Brandy is coming up to take notes. That way Scott doesn't have to, because no one can read Scott's handwriting but Scott. Having said that, sometimes I can't read my own handwriting either, so. So what we are going to do, so that everybody knows what the procedure is, we are going to do 15 minutes on what needs improvement, because there are, obviously, it's a con, things need improvement. And then we're going to end on a high note with 15 minutes of what went really well. So I am going to start the timer now. I'm going to ask that if you have a comment, raise your hand. I will point to you, and then we can go from there. So this is the what needs improvement, 15 minutes starting now. And I'm going to actually start with Jim because his hand was the first one up. Hold on here. I'm going to come down with a mic for you.
Last night I was sitting out here in the hallway with some folks after the ball, and the comments. I had two comments that I heard. One was, "Why not some Grayson square dancing for the ball?" Grayson square dancing for the ball, and the other one that we had was, "How about some filk singing?" Filking! Okay? And although I could, I'm not going to give you any examples.
Okay. Excellent. I believe that, Barb, you had a...
Some people were commenting that Authors Alley events or times weren't published. There was only one published in the book from 10 to 11:55 on Friday, and trying to know when you could catch your author signature. So that was something else I heard.
I'll come back.
I think the dealer's room and gaming should be switched. The dealer's room needs to be in a much better traffic area than where it is.
That's actually something that I was discussing for a brief moment with Dan earlier today, and we have a plan for that. I'm actually gonna go this way first.
That was it.
For the charity auction, perhaps for the smaller items, somebody to walk them around the room so people in the back can see what they're bidding on?
As a possible alternative to the charity auction, possibly a silent auction where they're set out and people can come through a small room and bid on them over the course of the entire weekend.
Well, I was also going to say that if we could have seen ahead of time what was, because it's like, well, do I bid on this one or do I save it for the next thing?
If you can see what's being auctioned ahead of time, so that you can make a decision what you want to target your bids for. Oh, yeah, that's been suggested back there.
The Horizon Simulator was in the far back. There were several events that were closer to Central, like the 40K event. Those were people that weren't here for TRMN. They were here for the 40K. Can we switch priority for them? What's for TRMN more to the center?
One last suggestion. I know we had Hoover on the phones, etc. For those people who don't have a good cell phone, a smartphone especially, I would recommend doing a printed pocket program. Okay, well, see me.
Kind of going along with the idea of the silent auction, a lot of cons for the art shows that they have a silent auction, and only if you get 3 bids then it ends up going to, you know, a regular auction where you could bid it higher. So.
To go along with the Hoover printed one, how about just use Google freaking calendars that everybody on the planet has access to?
Not everybody on the planet has access
I actually kind of have a thought on that. At security point or information point, if they've got a tablet or something like that, I mean, we can chain it to the freaking table, where people could go and just look to see what's, and that way, if they don't have a smartphone themselves, they can still at least check it.
I was just going to say that I've been at conventions. Your suggestion of 3 is fine. I've been to a con in Denver, a con in Sioux City, and a con in Minneapolis. All 3 of those had 5 minimums before they went to voice auction.
And one other thing, I just happened to overhear some conversation, but I think if everybody else hears about it, you'd probably like it. There's some discussion going on. Someone was talking about if you go overseas, like to Europe for cons, they actually have audio-visual going on, and you can actually buy a DVD of the con. And if you, like, up front say that you will buy it when you buy your ticket, then, you know, you can get it at one price. If you get it afterwards, you can spend a little bit more. But it's one way to maybe film some stuff that the people who couldn't attend, like the Grayson attendees, they would actually kind of be able to participate a little bit more. And I bet a lot of people would love, because even when you come to it, only be in one panel at one time and you miss another one that you really wanted to go to. You know, and this is one way that I bet a lot of people would be willing to spend some money on a DVD.
Martin, I have one. Displays out each side panel room with what's going on inside in much larger letters.
Anyone else have any things that need work that you've identified that you can think of right now? You've got 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Oh, we got one. We can probably create an album somewhere. But I mean, unless we're using a basic file sharing.
Are you asking for a place to put where you can dump photos for the club to use, or a central repository to observe them? Both. Okay, it's easy. We can probably get a folder with public access that we can put a link out to. If you're interested in donating your photos or letting the club use them, send an email to bucom@trmn.org, and we'll send you back a link that you can dump them in. Okay? No, it's
not everybody has Dropbox.
Not everybody has Dropbox, but we have a server. Bucom has a server that we are using for things like that. So we'll put something up for you to just deposit your photos in. We'll make it a general thing. If you do put your photos in there, you are giving permission for TRMN to use them however we deem fit. Okay? Cool.
On the HonorCon website, there was no information for the party rooms during the convention and right before the convention started, and I didn't know where any of the party rooms were because of that. So, more publication on party rooms.
I thought it would be helpful if you had more information on the website for what to expect at social events. For example, I'm sorry. I would like more information available on the website pre-convention. Expectations for social events. I wasn't certain how to dress for the masquerade. I wasn't certain if there was a dress requirement for the Duchess's tea. So even though we worked out okay, it would be nice to have some kind of indicator on the website pre-convention for what the expectations are. Basically aimed at the first-time convention goer, because those of you who've been here time and again, you already know. But for someone who's never been here before, you don't know what to expect.
In Hospitality Suite, when we had a author rollout, a lot of people came to that. If Hospitality Suite could perhaps have themes or something going on, a game room next to it perhaps, like Cards Against Humanity type game, not like the board game dealer room. Yes, the con suite having stuff, because people wander in, look around, wander out going, well, I got me a drink, and it's a lot more than that. It is hospitality.
Hopping onto that one a little bit, when they have a larger thing like the rollout, space becomes a bit of an issue. Fire marshal limits on number of bodies in the room. There were a number of bodies standing out in the hall waiting on people to exit so they could go in. Venue size might be considering.
There are food restrictions on what we can and cannot do. If we use any of the rooms down here, it must be catered by the hotel, which is going to make your ticket price go up by about $20 or $30 a ticket, and that's at all levels. So that's one of the reasons why we hold the con suites upstairs. That doesn't. I don't necessarily know if we have the largest room in the hotel to do that. There might be a larger one that we can use. Right, but we need at least one room that we use as a staging area anyways, so that's going to have to be one of those. So it's a question of if we have a larger room we can move into. We can look into that. I think there might be one, but that's something that we can look into. It may not happen next year because we're already contracted, but it could happen the year after. Yes.
Having worked the info desk, it's located where there's relatively low traffic. You have two rooms that people are going to and from. We have a registration console at the info desk. It seems to me that the info desk would actually be better located central to traffic and closer to a wider variety of the rooms and places people are going and coming, and also for the curious. I got 2 sign-ups from people who just wandered in and wanted to know more and then said, hey, this looks kind of interesting. So.
Henry? Excellent.
Actually, kind of a follow-up to that, it would be great if we added an info desk as opposed to moving it, because the info desk that was out here was actually pretty helpful, but in the other location, that way you have 2 info points that you can operate. So that way you have coverage in both locations.
It might be something where we could look at putting it in like the ops suite and using the ops suite as both an ops and info point possibly. Anything else? We got about a minute left.
I don't know if this hotel is set up for it, but some hotels have their own private channel that you can tap into with a video feed and say put a camera in here to watch the panels, and if someone's stuck in the room for some reason, they can watch it.
Yeah, we've been thinking about that for years. That's something that we've actually been thinking about for a while. It's partially a question of whether we have the. It's not. So, I don't think it's so much of a question as whether the hotel has the capability. I think we can feed into one of their channels. I think it's a question of whether we have the technology and equipment. And you can wave your hand all you want, but we have other people, and that was time. Yes. Now we have to talk about nice things that worked. And you have 15 minutes starting, same process, raise your hand, starting now. All right, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, I really enjoyed the con suite. It was a good central place to meet up with people out of the way. I saw a decent variety of food, veg, meat, starches, some gluten-free options, good beverages in the later hours, and so that was really cool.
Gaming was much better. Gaming was much better this year. We had a greater variety, both with electronics, just overall much better.
Gaming had a better variety.
Sorry, on what you were saying about the variety, there was some discussion this afternoon about expanding next year's gluten-free options. If anyone has any suggestions for that, we would love to see you after this upstairs.
Really, that's all the good stuff you have to say about the con?
The guy that was putting the dance floor in last night, the guy that worked at the hotel, somebody needs to compliment him because he busted his butt.
I'm just going to walk right up this aisle.
Okay, and it was just mentioned that registration ran extremely well this year, much better than last year. So registration, yes. I would also like to say that I think coordination overall with the hotel this year ran extremely well.
While you're at it, you need to pass the word on to the hotel that that restaurant actually has some very good food at some very reasonable prices.
I also want to, not only do I want to second the registration went effortlessly, but also I want to thank all the people that worked the security, because there were a couple of times where I got turned around and lost, and they were able to say, okay, you just need to go down here and around the corner. And
So here's a specific question on that, and you can answer by a show of hands. Yellow berets, yes, they worked. Good.
The Duchess tea went off very well this year. It was bigger, nicer, prettier, and Angela did a wonderful job.
Boarding action, outstanding.
Any chance you guys get to shoot me, you always love, so. I did get to shoot back, yeah, it's true.
For those people who were in charge of volunteers and worked with us, we were treated, at least I was, but it looked like we were all treated very well, and I appreciate the volunteers being respected as much as we were.
Duchess's tea. I don't need this. The Duchess's tea. Turnout made the ladies feel good. A lot of flow through. Just remember next year, check out the time. Volunteers shouldn't hang out as long as some of us did, but the people who are here to visit flow through nicely.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to have a kids' room next year, but the people who made it to the space station building contest, I really hope we continue that next year. That was a lot of fun. And I hope that more of the big kids come to the kids' events because they were a lot of fun. You guys missed it. There weren't a lot of us there, but we had a lot of fun.
So I'm going to make a comment about that. I was sitting and updating the app with all the kids' room information while David was sitting on the other side of the suite doing some research for one of the projects he's working on. And I said, kind of loud, thinking to myself, not realizing David was there. David was like, yeah, what? And I'm like, it's kind of sad when the topics for the kids' rooms sound so much more fun than the ones for the adult rooms. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, build a Manticorian space station? He's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Nice.
Well, I had one thing I wanted to point out was thank you to everybody who was on Shore Patrol. They handled themselves perfectly and guided everybody to where they needed to go. But most of the time, it's like just talking with them. And this is my first HonorCon, my first Admiralty House event ever. And so, if this is the mark, now I hope Manticon's Shore Patrol meets the bar that HonorCon Shore Patrol set.
So, as a note on that, for anybody that's interested, we've already been asked by one other con that's not one of ours if we are interested in perhaps sharing our shore patrol with them. So that is a step in the right direction.
Martin, we got a comment from the live feed.
Yep.
The comment is, the live feed is excellent for people who can't make it. Not only could we be a part of it, but people watching were chatting and interacting on the side.
Cool. Let's see what time we have here. No, we got 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. It's running. It's not running quickly, but it's running.
So if other cons have asked about using the Shore Patrol, can we hire them out like the DI?
We're looking into these possibilities. I don't know what the end result's going to be yet.
About the Author's Alley, it was really kind of cool to be able to go and get #1 book signed, but also, shoot, anytime you're around David Weber, you can just sit there and listening to him tell stories. He's such good at storytelling. It was great sitting there.
Yeah, it does give you a lot of space for Author's Alley, which is kind of nice because it means people can congregate and not like fill up a hallway. Anyone else? Good stuff, things that worked. Hold on.
I always forget how loud this is, and I'm the one controlling it. Basically, I've got a question from the live chat. They want to know what other con wants Shore Patrol.
I don't know the name of it, but it's a con in Denver. I don't think it's Mile High Con. I think it's another one. Which one?
The con in Denver is Cosign. We are already talking to them to have the HMS Reliant and the HMS Enterprise provide Shore Patrol for them in January. And we are also talking to Galaxy Fest as well to supply Shore Patrol for them as well.
So then we'll need to make certain you get the brassards and yellow beanies.
Well, then that's not the only conventions that TRMN provides security for, and that's all I'm going to say on that.
I just wanted to say, as head of InfoPoint, it was fantastic having great volunteers who are willing to be thrown in to the deep end. It is not easy trying to be told what you need to know about the con that's going on right now and the rest of the con in 5 minutes to take over a shift. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually got to go to things. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a microphone up there.
I have something really briefly to say on that. I want to thank James Jones and Neil Swadling because they basically volunteered to park their behinds at InfoPoint before InfoPoint even opened, and with a flyer, a program book to help people before John and Candace got here. So thank you guys for stepping up and doing that.
This wasn't something offered here, but it might be something helpful, is an info point where you can go in and say, I'm from Saladin, Agamemnon. Have any of my other people arrived? Because you're trying to get together.
Okay.
As the head of Shore Patrol this year, I just wanted to thank all of my guys and I just wanted to thank all of my guys and all of my hard work. You guys rocked. A lot of you came in at the last minute and had to fill in a lot of spots, and it was tough. I know. I'm not exactly the easiest guy to work for. Yes, you're all gonna laugh. Go ahead. Thank you. And I just wanted to thank all of you guys for stepping up and participating. You made this con work for these guys, and I appreciate it.
A map on a corkboard with pins for where people are coming from, so we can see how spread out we are.
I just want to rebut Mark's comment. Yes, you're pretty easy to work for. No, seriously, speaking as a shore patrolman, it was much better coordinated this year than last year, and no, it was easy to do and a pleasure to do it. So, thank you for making this easy for us to make it easy for them.
Just as a thing on Scott's comment, I think I'm standing next to the person who has traveled here the absolute furthest to be at HonorCon. Neil comes to us from that wonderful land where almost every creature tries to kill you and they all look funny. Including the echidna, which by the way is really cool. Yeah, Chicago. yeah, Chicago, Australia. Huh? Yeah.
I just got word from Admiral Bulkley that we have a link for people to put their photos in. I can give that out publicly. It is quickconnect, one word run together, .to/Bucom. It has a user TRMN with a password of Manticore for general access. You can drop your photos in there. Again, anyone who drops photos in there is giving permission to the organization to use them as we see fit. It will be posted up on Facebook probably shortly. Okay. Connect to quickconnect.to/Bucom. Tango Oscar.
We got a minute left. Anything else that people liked with the con? So am I. One really quick question. I see that there are two people that have their hands up. one really quick question by a show of hands. First off, was the app useful? And second off, would you like to see it again next year? Okay. All right. Let me get them. I will come over and grab these two.
I like that if you had a skill and you saw a need, you could just jump in and do it without, what are you doing with my equipment?
Sorry, I'm lazy. I don't like to walk much.
On that note, thank you to both Scott and Phil for helping me out with the AV stuff. It was a big help this weekend.
And on the app note, you will see that same app at MantaCon this year. Next year.
Had another request from the online that when we do the streaming into the TV, also stream to the YouTube.
Another thing possibly for the app, I don't know if it is or not, but if we could possibly add the time that we're going to work, like if we're volunteering, we could add it. I don't know if that's possible.
We're going to be talking to the company to see if there's a way that you can put in personal schedule items, because one of the things that was mentioned by Chris Weave as a possibility is if you're meeting with people, since the app is designed for networking, maybe there's a way that you can, click on someone's name and say, hey, add this person to my schedule. Maybe you can do that with yourself, adding yourself to your schedule, but I got to contact the app company for that.
I must say, having attended HonorCon for the last 3 years, I've seen improvements each and every year, and I think this type of session and feedback goes a long way towards improving it for the next year.
I want to thank everybody for coming for one thing. Being the person that's been running the Eventbrite site for now the last 2 cons and kind of really going into a third, I've really loved the feedback that I've been getting from people about the Eventbrite site. I would love to get more, a lot more, especially about the integration of this next year's con into being sold this year. Any ideas that you have for things we can improve it? Yes, sir. It went up Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Yes, 17, I think was the last con I had. It is good till 12 a.m. Monday morning. One more thing. The code is 2015, and it's good for both tickets. One other thing about that, please, if you send an email, if you don't want to send it through the Eventbrite site, please send it to my TRMN email, which is manticordom@gmail.com, so that I can get quick updates, because I'm going to be incorporating stuff as quick as I can.
Yes. All right, so the timer just beeped about 30 seconds ago. I'm going to just do one final thing that I want to let you all know. You're going to be having 2 surveys coming out. One of them is specifically for the app, because that's a feature of the app. I can send you a survey and find out things you think that work, things that you think need updating. We can go back to the company and see if they can do them. The other survey you're going to get is just a general survey on MantaCon itself. This will come from Eventbrite, so please check your inbox. It probably will not come for about a month, would be my guess, because we all need to decompress and not go insane. Yeah. So you'll get that probably within about a month. It may come a little bit earlier. But please respond to that. It's really good for us to get that feedback. We're going to be circling up as a team in about 2 weeks to go into a much more in-depth and in-detail discussion where each department's going to run through their operating area and basically do the same exercise we just did, plus with plans that they're putting in place to fix some of the issues for next year. So hopefully, as we progress, it gets smoother and smoother and smoother. That's pretty much it. Feel free to hang around. Feel free to help pack up if you want. I believe I have minions who are willing to help me pack up my books, which is great. And I will see you all at MantaCon. Oh, yes, if anyone wants the Unconquered patches you made Unconquered, USUP has them in the back. For plastic only.